A famous hunt this will be, your empty noddle chit of a girl. Is that all you can do after throwing away a crown I practically put on your hand? You may well hide your face. I could dislocate that little neck of yours with pleasure. Why did you go about boasting of your flirtation with Leander? Oh, but father, I never breathed a word, I swear. It was the bust who gave away my secret. Oh, so it was the bust. Oh, by whose leave did you go philandering? If you hadn't managed to fall in love with Leander, you wouldn't have made the bust laugh, nincompoop. But I didn't mean to, it just happened. Leander is so charming and says such wonderful things, I had no time to ask your permission. Oh, so you had no time. Oh, father, don't scold me so. It is consolation I need. Since the king has chosen another wife, you should console me. Console you? What do you mean, you brazen little hussy? Perhaps if I could marry Leander, after all, he's a lord in waiting, and now he is a brother to the queen. He has a future. Curse. My temper will give me away. I must not spoil my plans. Listen, daughter. Forget what I have just said. I was angry. You see, Clarissa, I have had a great disappointment. You should sympathize with me and give me time to recover. Just let my anger pass, and then I will give you consolation. But don't pester me. You are a good father. And my daughter, well, just go to your room and leave me quiet a moment. Oh, thank you, father. Yes, that will do. How can I keep calm till Ronkeslop had revenge? Enough time wasted. I'll announce to the king. We are ready for the hunt. What to tell you? What insolent nuisance is this? I'm on my way to the hunt. One word with your excellency before you go. Well, out with it. I do realize a prime minister has many cares, but as I have been lucky enough to have my sister chosen by the king, I would like to marry Clarissa. Not so fast, young man. I don't exactly refuse your offer, but just wait 3 or 4 days. I am busy with affairs of state. I'll show him what these affairs of state are if the devil stand by me. Lord Titalia, how good you are. I'm too happy for words. What is this, my boy? Clarissa's father has not refused me. Well, my dear Titalia, who would have thought that my children would make such good matches? He's a trifle familiar since this morning. This is indeed a happy day, and the hunt is ready. His Majesty must be informed. Leander, see him mounted. Hurry up, young man. Where's the hunt to be? In the forest of Ronkeslop. I fancy my quarry will be a big one. Now, my Lord Pantaloon, I have been looking for this opportunity of speaking to you as man to man. It is a rare pleasure indeed, and I don't like your policy. My policy? I have no wish to know but what underhand means you managed to foist your daughter on the king, but you have tried to humiliate me by casting aspersions on my Clarissa, and not content with that, you thrust that frail and defenseless young girl into the arms of your booby of a son. But this is sheer fabrication, Tartaglia. I've always held my Clarissa in high esteem. It was the bust alone who decided against your daughter. I don't believe in fairy tales, Mr. Pantaloon. But the king himself stated, a most unfortunate infirmity has taken possession of the king's mind, an infirmity from which you hope to benefit. Take care, Mr. Pantaloon. If the people rise against a scoundrelly minister, I can do nothing to prevent it. And remember, you may be the future father-in-law to the king, but I am still prime minister and your humble servant. Well, His Majesty shall know of this. Quick, father, the hunt is moving off. Truffaldino! Truffaldino! Truffaldino, sweetheart, don't be horrid. I love you. Oh, leave me alone, will you? So I wasn't good enough for you. Well, now you're not good enough for me. I'd rather live with 50 screeching cockatoos. I don't want anything to do with you. You don't know what you want. Oh, go to Beth. You'd make a bust laugh like a yaffle. Truffaldino, my little birdcatcher, the bust laughed at me because I was in love with you. It laughed because your hat was on crooked and your glass eye was squinting at your false teeth. Oh, Truffaldino, may you be stuffed and put in a glass case. Where am I? Boo! Phew! 10 miles. Rock and slop, rock and slop. Looks like a good place for hedgehogs. I could do with a nice fat hedgehog baked in clay. Let me out. Cigalati? Yes, coming, Polly. Here, master? Here, Cigalati? Good. Save me traipsing any more. There you are, master. Now away you go. Goodbye, Cigalati. Goodbye, Cigalati. Goodbye, Cigalati. Goodbye, Durdati. Don't forget Cigalati when you're a magician. I wonder if I'll ever see him again. Oh well. And now for fat Mr. Hedgehog. Oh, he's been for a drink, I can see. Here are his tracks. Lord Pantaloon, I fail to see. Hist. What is it, Tartaglia? This is a likely spot, your majesty. We might have a better chance of finding game away from the others. Ah, yes. This is where I killed a fine stag 2 years ago. Do you remember, Tartaglia? Yes, your majesty, and an excellent place it is. For my purpose, if you'd give me time. And over there's a good spot, too. Ah, yes, but it would be more enjoyable if some game would come along. Don't you think so? It will, your majesty. If I can hit him, I'll throw his body into the stream, but my hand is shaking. I cannot see or hear the other hunters. Oh, they are a long way off by now. Ah, a second more, and I'd have had him. My dear Tartaglia, what is wrong? You seem to be sadly preoccupied and nervous. I should like to see you gay today. Otherwise, my pleasure will be spoiled. Sit down and we will have a friendly talk. Have you something on your mind? If so, tell me, and I will do all I can to help you. For today of all days, I cannot bear to see you in that state. I can't do it now. I must watch for another opportunity. Your Majesty, there's something wrong. Oh, but I can see there is. I insist. Be seated and unburden your mind. Perhaps you have a grudge for what happened today. Nothing escapes your Majesty. And it is no use my concealing that I have in fact been deeply humiliated. You! Tartaglia, how? For 30 years, your Majesty, I have served you faithfully, and I think I can say without false modesty that I have given you good counsel in war and peace. True, Tartaglia, continue. How many times have I exposed myself to danger and furious battles on behalf of my king? I spared neither my body nor my life. My wounds can vouch for that. But thanks to the energy with which I conducted operations, Serendip has always been victorious. Yes, You have served your king and country well, Tartaglia, and I am proud to have such a prime minister, but of what are you complaining? Your Majesty, I wish to tender my resignation. Resignation? You are not serious, Tartaglia. What has so offended you? I no longer have your confidence, Your Majesty. But that is untrue, Tartaglia. I have always been your friend, and as you have just said, always found your counsels wise. Your Majesty, you have possessed two secrets of the magician, Durandot. Oh, no doubt you have every reason not to reveal them to anyone, but surely these secrets, which affect the security of the state, you could have confided them in your first minister. I used to fancy I enjoyed your royal confidence. Today I suddenly discover I do not. It is only fit I should resign. No, my dear Prime Minister, do not take so ill. It was perhaps unjust of me, after so many proofs of your loyalty, not to have explained the secret of the bust to you, and I could perhaps have exempted your daughter, Clarissa, from the test. My daughter's disgrace is nothing to me beside the loss of confidence. I beg your Majesty to accept my resignation. Tartaglia, listen. I will give you proof that my trust in you is as complete as ever. I wish you to remain Prime Minister, and so that no shadow shall remain between us. To you I will reveal the second and greater secret which Durandot taught me. I myself have never tried it as yet. On this piece of paper is written a magic spell, and these are its powers. You say these words aloud over the dead body of an animal or man, you die. And by enchantment your spirit passes into the dead body and brings it to life. Ha! Certainly rare and dangerous knowledge, but what use can it be to? If I recite these words, say, over a dead donkey, I should bring it to life, and I should remain a donkey for the rest of my days. No, my king, you are making fun of me. You want me to make... You want to make me a laughing stock. Tartaglia, you offend me. No, your Majesty, I spoke in jest. Then let me finish. The donkey has only to repeat the same words over the body you left behind, and your own body springs back to life. You are yourself again. I think I see how it can serve. Here are the magic words. Learn them by heart, and if need be, we can both use this charm. Now tell me, Tartaglia, am I your friend, and do I trust you? My king, forgive my doubting of it for so much as a second. I shall cherish this mark of your high esteem. My good may come of it in the kingdom. Thank you, your Majesty. Rise. One thing more I will do for you, Tartaglia. To compensate your daughter for my refusal, let her marry Leander, and I will present him with 3 castles. Oh, generous king, how can I ever show gratitude enough for your great bounty? There is no need. Learn by heart the magic words, and come further on to find some sport. His great bounty. He gives castles to Pantaloon's son and steals my Angela. He gives to others and takes away from me. Pah! But let me look at these famous words. Crypto cracra triftraf, crypto conquaid siphonostamata. Difficult enough to pronounce, let alone to learn, but I must master them to master him. Ah, well missed. Your turn, Lord Pantaloon. Oh, clumsy fellow, let me try. Ah, bravo. You put him to fight. You put him to flight. Your turn, my boy. I've hit him. He's hit. Hey, whippersnappers, you fire now. Oh, the idiots, they've shot the dog. Up to the hill, you say this way, you that. Quick after him, boys. What a cannonade that was! I do not see anyone. I thought by the noise they'd caught an elephant, but they're away over the hill. Look! 2 stags running this way! Quick, hide! By Jove, what could be better? Well done, your majesty! Congratulations to you, Tatalia. I shall give these 2 fine beasts to my sweet Angela. A splendid idea, your majesty, splendid! The devil help me, this is my last chance. Here we have 2 dead stags, well and truly dead. Yes, they have stopped moving. As dead as doornails, we are alone. The hunters are a long way off. Supposing we tried out the magic spell, we could turn ourselves into those stags, just long enough to run to the top of the hill, see the view, and come back here. I must say, it seems well nigh impossible to me. Not that I doubt your majesty's word, but it's so extraordinary. I'd like to see it happen. Well, all you need do is to recite the magic words over one of those stags. You will then see how it works. Your Majesty, I must confess, I'm a bit scared and not prepared, and perhaps I don't believe in it enough. Well, you must trust me, do you? Oh, no, Your Majesty, but are you the brave Natalia of countless battles? Ah, but this is not natural. I've never tried magic before. Now, Your Majesty, with the bust. Very well, I will show you, and then you will do exactly the same. Yes, Majesty. Crypto krakra triftraf, crypto concoid siphonos tatamata. Oh, marvel. Tatalia, my old Tatalia, I could dance for joy. Tatalia, now for revenge and your heart's desires, I enter into the king's body, take possession of the kingdom, and marry Angela. Wait for me. Not so fast, it's not dignified. Crypto krakra triftraf, crypto concoid siphonos tamata. Hey, follow me. Now we've got him cornered. Deramo, stay in your unhappy state. Curse this impediment of speech. Are you still to plague me? But what is there so to fear? I am king, master of the realm and of Angela. I shall know how to get rid of all whom I suspect or hate. But the king's stag must not be able to get into my body. You are no use to me now, so into the bushes you go. What could be simpler? Now I must destroy the king's stag. There lies the only danger. Here comes the court. Now, dignity, Tatalia, you are the king. Make haste, gentlemen, make haste. 2 stags came this way. I have just killed one of them. As you can see, the other made off toward the hill. It is the finer of the 2, and you must know it by the white mark on its forehead. It is imperative it be tracked down. Whoever kills it will receive a big reward. Follow me. Do His Majesty's bidding. Come on, young man. Do His Majesty's bidding. I'll see to it. If I kill the stag, I shall ask for Clarissa as a reward. After it, then, this will be like the bear hunt. No one will manage to put a grain of salt on his tail. Here it is. My shot. My shot. My shot. Bah! You useless lot crazy loons. Tell me, old man, did you see which way the stag went that just passed there? I didn't see it, sir. Oh, so you didn't see one. Listen to me, you mangy dog. Think hard. You certainly did see it. Which way did it go? But I saw not, sir. You've seen nothing. Well, I'll show you something. There's something for you. What sort of tyranny is this? Country louts and base courtiers, useless crew, a curse on the lot of you. Whoever betrays me will suffer the same fate. This is sheer madness. Whatever are you doing, Your Majesty? Are you feeling unwell? Father-in-law wants to preach me a sermon, does he? Have a care, or I shall make short shrift of you, and of all useless people. Your Majesty, it is too late to hunt any more today. Through your fault. Then you can start tomorrow at dawn and surround the wood. That stag must be killed at first light. Announce immediately that whoever brings to the king a stag with a white mark on its forehead will receive 10,000 ducats reward. But where is Talia? He has become a raging beast. I don't know him anymore. Even his voice has changed, and he's caught Tatalia's stammer. Where's Tatalia? What were you saying about him? Oh, nothing. Tatalia was with your majesty. Yes, but I lost sight of him some time ago. We are not so far from Serendip. He knows the way. Perhaps he's gone back. Don't talk nonsense, good greenhorn. You know very well he is detested because I like him, and I shouldn't want him to be set on by any gang. Find him and tell him of my decision. What a terrible fit of stuttering. Huntsman, take the stag with you as a present to my dear Angela, and tomorrow don't forget everyone in the forest at the break of day. Let us return to Serendip too. I am exhausted. I do not like leaving my daughter alone at the court, and Tatalia's disappearance bodes no good. Brigilla, if I kill the stag, I could ask for Clarissa. His head is full of Clarissa, and as things go, I can almost feel a load of grapes shot in my head like the punch that struck the old man. Crypto crackra tifto crypto cancoid sifo nostomata. Oh, man, Ramo, once again, thank heaven I have escaped from the gravest peril. Now I no longer need to snatch a leaf or a few blades of grass among the rocks and trees, forever in dread of the hound's cruel teeth and my hunter's guns. Intoxicated by the happiness of the day, I used your dangerous secret to satisfy an idle curiosity, and I've been punished. Forgive me. Do not punish me more. Let me go to Serendip to save my crown and Angela from the clutches of the impious Tatalia now parading in my body. Vengeance, Ramo, how weak I feel, and thirsty, all my strength is gone. What a hideous creature! It is not me, it is not Ramo. Where is my body? Oh, that impious, faithless Tatalia, whom I protected and befriended. These are my thanks. Angela, no sooner found than lost. I must go to Serendip and try and gain entry to the palace. But how will Angela believe I am Ramo in this misshapen body? She will have me chased from the palace like the beggar I appear to be. Angela, I am coming to save you from a usurper. Do not reject me. I must summon all my strength to drag my bones along. This is just the spot for me. What an aviary! Trees, rocks, a stream. Soft ground, bushes, all the birds will come here. A hornbill hopping along a branch. Listen! A schoolboy thrush whistling among the rocks. Honeybirds playing hide and seek. Who wouldn't be a bird catcher? Why, all the ministers of state could pass here, they wouldn't see a quarter of what I can see now. Where shall I put my trap? Oh, those rocks. Ugh. And to think I used to catch all these birds for Smeraldina, yes, and paradise flycatchers and golden orioles into the bargain. I must have been crazy. I must have sent her kites and crows and brain fever. Birds! Silly old cuckoo. Now, shh. A white eye. 2 weaver birds. What's that moving up there? Parrot. A great green parrot. Polly, pretty Paul, come and have some sugar cane. Come on, Polly. Come and bite your uncle's ear. Magnificent. What a day for Truffaldino. Truffaldino. What's that, an echo? Truffaldino. Who's that? Truffaldino. Oh, dear. It's a dead body talking. Oh, Tatalia, quick, my nets, I'm off. They'll say I did it. Truffaldino, come here, don't be scared. Who said that? Couldn't it be the parrot? Surely not, let's see. Scratch a pole. Take me to the queen. What? Oh, a learned parrot. What can I do for you, Mr. Parrot? Take me to the palace, I said. To be sure, my lord parrot, to the palace. I see the queen. You'll be rich. Rich? Oh, no doubt, if you talk nicely to the queen. I shall earn a lot of money. Please enter your house. Mind your tail there. Shh, don't say that in front of the queen. Rich? Now I'll make my fortune. Unless I'm hanged first. Quick. I've got to get my trap, my birds, my nets. But what is this? Oh, a stag come to die near the stream. Wait a minute. A white mark on its forehead. Why, this must be the one. There's a big reward for. I'm dreaming. Oh, no, I'm not. And this is the king's stag with a white mark. What luck. Oh, but I'll never manage all this. Come along. I'm coming as quick as I can, Mr. Parrot. I must get some help. Hi there. Hi there. Hi. This way. Can you give me a hand? What with? I've got too much to carry. Bit heavy, all that. You're pretty hefty. Take the stag to the palace. Huh? And I'll give you a big present. To palace? Aye, that we will, mister. Now I have everything. You, Totalia's body, I don't want to be hanged, but I'd better spread the news before the crows and vultures get him. Let's go. Believe the word of a bird catcher, we'll see some strange doings yet. The first fine day of spring, the young and gay on holiday at the fair were gathering. But will the hunt never be ended? Dorama was so long returning. In the sun, small birds I spied, who sang and twittered merrily. In the sun I longed inside, oh my love, come back to me. I have waited at the window so from morning till sunset glow. What was I waiting for now? What was I waiting for? Oh, musician, is that not the hunt returning? Not yet, madam, but it will not be long. In the sun I longed inside. Oh, my love, come back to me. What was I waiting for now? What was I waiting for now? The first fine day of spring, the young and gay on holiday at the fair were gathering. Is that you, Dorama? How long have you been? Do not move, my prince. I am so happy. I have waited all day for this minute when you return. Let this minute last. How strange. You are standing there behind me, and I only seem to be holding two trembling hands, but they are trembling less than my heart. Dorama, my prince. Angela. What is the matter? I do not know, Dorama. I had a sudden feeling of strangeness. I have been waiting for you all day, listening to every sound in the palace, a door opening, and my heart leaped in my breast. But when you came in just now, I did not even recognize your footstep. You are overwrought. It's nothing at all. Tomorrow we'll have our wedding. Sit down and we'll talk about it. No, please, leave me to myself. But I can't possibly leave you in such a state. For pity's sake, let me go. Bah! A silly girl's pique, but I'll persuade her yet. Who can resist me? The throne is mine. I've turned the king into a stag, though if the king's stag should not be killed, and return in some guise to overthrow me, never fear. Once I am wedded to Angela, no one would believe me. Whatever his shape, we'd throw him into the deepest dungeon to rot in oblivion. My wedding is the thing. Your Majesty, I crave audience. This is not the day, Pantaloon, and scarcely the moment. That I know, Your Majesty, but a grave incident emboldens me to. In that case, speak, but be brief. Thank you, Your Majesty. I have to inform you Tatalia has not returned from the hunt. The devil, he hasn't. Has anything serious happened to him? This morning, maddened by Your Majesty's choice of my daughter, he uttered some imprudent remarks. Not only did Tatalia openly accuse my son and me of plotting against him, but he threatened to arouse the people against me. He even suggested Your Majesty's mind was deranged, and I felt it my duty to warn His Majesty and to assure him he can count on my lifelong devotion. Old man, your tales amuse me. I fear your brain is softening with age. Oh, my honor, sir. Yes, I know. A lot of honor and few brains are growing old. I have observed on several occasions you needed a rest. Mr. Pantaloon, from today you will cease to be a minister. I need a young man who is clever, who has energy and authority. In short, someone capable, not a feeble old man. Your Majesty is never once. Everything comes to an end, even my patience in this audience. Guard, stand at the door. Tell Angela the king awaits her. Now impose my will. No, leave me in peace. But what is the matter? You look demented. I'm beginning to think I was wrong in choosing you to be my consort. Where is the great love you protested this morning and only a moment ago? Oh, Dorama, please forgive me for what I am about to say, but I cannot go on with this. What? Explain yourself. Your Majesty, I am suffering from a cruel dissolution. I see my king in you, but not my Doramo. What do you mean? This is nonsense. I am Doramo. Doramo is me. This is Doramo's face, Doramo's bearing and noble air I so admired, and yet it is not you. Even your voice has changed. My voice? Your sentiments as well. I no longer find that gentleness of mind, of speech, that tenderness which so delighted me and made me long to be your wife. My king, forgive me, but it was not your face or mien that so affected me. It was a nature which I no longer find. Doramo's nature from Doramo's body cannot be divorced. No, it's you who have changed. No, my king, I have not changed, and permit me to tell you with the sincerity which pleased you so this morning, if I have seen you then as I see you now, I would have said I do not love you and I do not wish to marry you. This is mere childishness, a brainstorm madness that must pass. You are right, I am mad with grief. You would not have spoken to me in this way before. Let me go, or my heart will break. Where do you think you are going, you little stupid? I'll call a doctor and have you bled. Think of my heart. In pity, let me pass. Very well. For the time being, but I'll soon have you yourself again. Then. We marry tomorrow? Ah, I'm in a rage with frustration. That little friend resists me yet. The stag is still at large. Calm, Tata. After all, I am king. And I will stay king. If I cannot have my way by gentle methods, I'll use force. I will destroy all who stand in my path. There's no lack of poison and of empty cells in the royal prisons. I'll put the kingdom to sack rather than fail. Why these tears, Clarissa? My dear father has been killed. I hadn't thought of that. Poor child. I'm sorry for her. Woe is me. Who are the assassins? Who killed my faithful Dahlia? I only know I am the unhappiest creature alive. She moves me to pity. If only I could tell her how great her father has become. Be comforted, Clarissa. I will be a second father to you and avenge the death of my dear friend, even if it means making blood to flow like water. I'll soon bring the murderer to book. Go now, Clarissa, and be comforted. I will, your Majesty, and put my trust in you. Your Majesty, we bring most painful news. My affliction is greater, your Majesty, for I sadly misjudged Natalia. I crave your pardon for my suspicion. The Prime Minister has been killed. I know already. My poor Natalia, my great and noble friend, dead. Killed. Who brought this news? Truffaldino, the court birdcatcher. Your Majesty. He says he found the body in the forest of Roncaslap, in a thicket. Guards! Have the body of my dear Prime Minister burned immediately, and his ashes put in a golden urn. Let the urn be placed in my rooms in honor of the memory of so great and worthy a man. Guards, these are my orders. Imprison Truffaldino and all who accompanied me at today's hunt. Your Majesty, how can you? I have spoken. Disarm Leander and Pantaloon and put them into the dungeon. I'll begin my investigation with them. I do not understand, your Majesty. You only have to obey. I know what treachery and envy can do in the hearts of courtiers. Talia did not give you this daughter, Clarissa, and you all told me yourself now how you envied and distrusted Tartaglia. That is enough for you to be hanged. If I find you innocent, I shall acquit you. The tower, both of you. Justice! You're innocent. Away with them. I lock up my ministers. My rule is secured. No crown has ever been so firmly fixed on a head as the stag. But I shall have it destroyed tomorrow by hook or by crook.